Barbados has received an upgrade on its local currency rating from the Caribbean Information and Credit Rating Services Limited, or CARICRIS. CARICRIS announced today that it had removed its regional scale local currency rating of the government of Barbados from CARI-D, which is default, and has now assigned a rating of CARI-BB. With a stable outlook, CARICRIS, however, notes that it has also maintained the regional scale foreign currency rating of CARI-D on the island's foreign currency denominated debt. CARICRIS says its decision to upgrade the rating on the local currency debt is driven by the closure of the exchange offer for domestic Barbados dollar-denominated debt. The agency adds that upon Barbados' successful completion of negotiations with foreign debt holders, they will similarly revise their ratings on the country's foreign currency debt. The Barbados Revenue Authority is currently experiencing a technical issue in relation to the Tax Administration Management Information, that's the TAMIS website, which has been hampering the registration process for the new system. TAMIS replaces the old online system for tax filing for both individuals and businesses. Now, Manager for Communications and Public Relations with the BRA, Carolyn Williams-Gale, says the authority is working with the system developer to rectify the issue.
We have been experiencing a technical issue in relation to logging into TAMIS. We do understand the frustration this issue is causing to registrations and the use of the system, as we were also experiencing it internally. We are working with the developer to have the issue resolved as quickly as possible. As with new system deployments, there are hitches, so please bear with us as we work through the challenges encountered. In the meantime, however, we can only advise persons to keep refreshing the page or try a new browser.
Time now to take a look at how stocks traded on selected exchanges across our region.
First up in Jamaica, Grace Kennedy Limited was the volume leader with 671,073 units, and they were followed by NCB Financial Group Limited and Jamaica Broilers Group. Now in Trinidad and Tobago, Prestige Holdings Limited was the volume leader with 52,337 shares changing hands for a value of $387,308.07. They were followed by Grace Kennedy Limited and JMMB Group Limited. And in Barbados, there was no trading due to technical issues.
It has become synonymous with celebrities over the years, but one of Barbados' top restaurants is so much more. Ryan Broom tells us more.
These bright fires burning behind me symbolize one of Barbados' finest restaurants, The Cliff, a place that represents truly fine dining, but it's really for everyone.
Despite whatever you may think you know about The Cliff, it's time to separate fact from fiction about a restaurant that commands attention from people who come to enjoy a Cliff experience from all over the world. Restaurant manager Anthony Small, who has been with The Cliff for 22 years, separates some fact from fiction.
Well, some of the myths are that only a certain group of people can come here, but here's open for anyone. Another myth is that we have the most expensive hamburgers, but we don't even sell hamburgers here. It is a place where anyone can come, I would say. We do get a lot of celebrities, we get a lot of actors, a lot of sports players, a lot of authors, singers. We get a wide variety of VIPs coming here. We get a good set of locals as well, but we get them mostly in the slower periods, to be honest with you. In the winter we get much more overseas business.
And Mr. Small says it's the Cliff experience that truly makes a restaurant stand head and shoulders above all others. It's a view echoed by assistant manager Sherry-Ann Perucci.
Well, I'd like to think obviously it's our kitchen that's led by Paul Owens, our chef. He has the kitchen on point, and it helps us as a service staff, as a front of house. In fact, it's a teamwork, because we try to give the best service that we can and make sure the service is a certain level. But obviously, we need the kitchen to keep up their end of the bargain. So we need to be good front and back of house. and the kitchen does certainly do that.
And among the staff of 84 at the restaurant is a man who was literally there from the very beginning. Head barman Alvin Anthony Skeet.
I started here in January of 1995. I am 23 years and about 11 months here. That was as long as the Cliff was open. Because I opened the bar at the Cliff in 95. It's been a great experience, working here, meeting the people I meet, celebrities, prime ministers, movie stars, football stars, cricketing stars, all the stars. It's been a great experience.
And as the man who knows his drinks better than most, we got Mr. Skeet to show us the La Maison cocktail. It was truly the house special. So after the visit to the bar, it was time to check out another key area of the Cliff.
It's dinner time here at the Cliff Restaurant, and things are really heating up, as you can see behind me, because this is where the great food really comes alive.
And after all that fast-paced action in the kitchen, we made another key stop.
This is the Cliff's extensive wine cellar, where you'll find bottles ranging from price of just $80 up to this one right here in my hand, Chateau Cheval Blanc for $11,500. I'm being so careful not to drop it. And that is a look at the Cliff Restaurant, as I'm sure you've never seen before. I've met some awesome people. I've had some great drinks. I've had some good food. I've had a great experience at this restaurant. And I hope that you'll come here and join me to have that kind of experience sometime soon too. Cheers.
Minding your business with the kind compliments of the Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union Limited, who remind you to save smart and borrow smarter.
On this week's Minding Your Business, life's a splash as I find out the finer points of cleaning a pool with Sandra's Pool Services.
More than 10 years ago, Sandra Ford Bend was paid out following the closure of the poultry company where she worked. And it turned out to be one of the best things that would ever happen to her, as an unexpected door of opportunity eventually opened, and she got her first experience in the swimming pool services business.
I used to work at Super Poultry Plant for many years in St. Lucie, and they were going over to Chipmount to pay us all out, and I was home for 2 weeks and I felt boring. Went into another chicken place out in St. George, and one of the guys that used to work with me at Super Poultry told me that they was into the pool business and the lady wanted a driver. So I told him, but I don't know anything about pool. So he said, well, I didn't know anything, and I learned.
And her employer conducted a course in pool services, which she passed with 100%. And Sandra says over time she developed a love for her work. And she says her employer eventually moved overseas. And after that happened, some of the clients she had worked for over the years kept asking her if she would still be cleaning pools. For her, it was an easy decision to make to start the business.
At the beginning, I had my own vehicle because I'm using my vehicle to do her work before she leave. So it wasn't any difficulties. All I had to do then was buy my own material.
And now Sandra cleans pools from Sunday to Sunday, from private residences to guest houses to villas to hotels. She says it's more than 15 years since she took a real vacation because she truly loves what she does. And she also says that some of the pools she services have to be cleaned every day because of frequent use, but the level of servicing required varies from pool to pool.
normally clean the pool, you normally test the water first, see what the water is reading, the pH, the chlorine level and that stuff. And then you normally vacuum the pool, net it, brush it. Them is the most things that you normally do. Normally this is me, I don't know about the other pool technicians. I just look at my pool and see if it wants topping up with water or anything like that first, because when you are cleaning the pool and it wants topping up, you can start to top it up first, so that by the time you clean it and you're ready to leave, you know that you can turn off unless the water is very low.
Sometimes they have to use a device called a vacuum to clean the bottom of the pool, and on other occasions, she even has to travel with a change of clothing to go into the water to clean some surfaces. And with such a demanding schedule, she says she currently employs 2 people.
Every pool is be different time. Some pools be half an hour, some be 10 minutes, depends. I have one particular pool, honestly, it's taking about 2 hours.
Sandra also talked about the importance of having the BWU Cooperative Credit Union to secure the resources she needs to keep the business going.
With the credit union, normally, I put my savings there because I find that, like, with the transportation, like when the van, it don't want parts or whatever, and the funds might be a little short, go to the credit union, and they will give you a loan or whatever, depends, and you get through, you got your business keep rolling.
And interestingly enough, Sandra says if it wasn't pool services, she actually wanted to be a police officer or a driver of a large truck. And while her application to the police force was actually successful, she decided she was happier doing what she truly loved instead. Perhaps even more interesting is that Sandra is also a reverend, the one area outside of the pool business that she ensures that she makes time for.
It's the grace of God that keeps me here, and He have done a lot for me. I see where He have brought me from, and I'm thanking Him daily for that. And I know He has a lot of work still in store for me to do, and I will do it to achieve what I have to achieve.
Now, if you want to get in contact with Sandra's Pool Services for help with cleaning your pool, please give her a call at 254-5757. And remember, for all your loan needs, whether small business or personal loans, just give the BWU Cooperative Credit Union a call at 436-5620 or email info@bwuccu.com. Also check out their new Summer Splash Loans promotion.
So I'm pretty sure you know what happens next. After cleaning the pool, well, I'm gonna go get into the pool. For this week's Minding Your Business, I'm Ryan Broom. Do have a good night.
Minding Your Business, with the kind compliments of the Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union Limited, who remind you to save smart and borrow smarter.